Hi guys, Ludaho's here. I was supposed to have a Shogun 2 replay today, but unfortunately there's not a lot of people on Shogun 2 this late in the evening. And I could go over my previous Shogun 2 replays, but they're almost a month old, so I think I'll hold off on them for now. I will be uploading Shogun 2 replays in the future, because I've fallen behind and I don't want the people that have recently friended me to be that much better than me in the game. I want to do something. I think it was just this replay. Oh yeah, there's this one as well. Because I got a few over the past 4 days. These ones I don't have to worry about because they're pretty old. Yeah, this one was pretty old because this is March. So I'll just stick with these three. Rome 2 is Rome 2's Horse Archers. I've been going over them for the past few days, and just like Shogun 2, they do have their caps. I can't figure out the max reload rate for the max rate of fire for the Eastern factions, but for the Nomads in Rome 2, it's pretty much the same as it is in Attila. The fastest they can shoot, I think, is about 4 seconds. In Attila, it might be... Yeah, no, in Attila, it's definitely 4 seconds, because I did count it, but in Rome 2, it's about the same. So that's what I'm looking into for now. I actually was able to win with Sparta, but I won't go over that replay because it was pretty short. Short in being I was able to beat my opponent pretty easily. This one, I was playing as Cimmeria. My ally was playing as Carthage. We were going up against Rome and Egypt. Now, I think I fought the Roman player before, but my ally, who was the host, said that it would be a good idea for him to play as Rome because he only had 10 hours. Remember, some people play offline. Like, I remember I played offline for Attila, so I would have had like 1,600 hours in Attila because I was playing out of the country with no Wi-Fi.
Stand ready, you dogs! I will not have you bringing shame upon me or our people this day. We will have victory or an honorable death. I swear by the gods, I will not suffer cowardice. Victory or death.
This battle was pretty interesting. My ally last battle misused these noble Numidian cavalry, and if you guys don't know, these guys are expensive and pretty hard to make cost effective. I've been saying that for like the past year or so because it's true. You know, they're very, very hard to make cost effective. Definitely not units that I look forward to bringing, but units that I will try to find use for in the future. I used my Tarentine cavalry pretty effectively in the last battle, but again, I won't show that one. This one, as Cimmeria, Horse Archers are the ideal cavalry. They replace Tarentines as an effective ranged unit. Not so effective in prolonged melee, just like any other melee cav, except sword cav, but they're medium. So they're good enough to get away from units, except, of course, light units, but just heavy enough to do enough damage battles. My ally did decide to help. I was paying some attention over here. He was able to get one kill on a unit. And it was surprising that the Romans decided to use all 4 of their cavalry on one unit. So, as you can see, my archers are coming up. The idea is to try to get this unit right here. As you can see, I activated precision shot a bit too early, so I wasn't actually in range to fire on him. I was hoping that he would pull them out by trying to make it look like I was going to go into the range of his Leviatherios spears. But every time he microed, I microed too. He actually got one right here, but it wasn't a big deal. Unfortunately, precision shot was wasted.
Forward!
But here's the thing, instead of instantly retreating, all I really have to do is just bait. My ally has his melee cav and he's going to charge in, which is a bad idea. What I could have done was I could have just kited these Leviatherios spears. So he's going to use his skirmisher cav to get into these cav, but I think that was a mistake. It actually would have allowed me to get some shots off into the back of this unit, but they're too quick, obviously. Light units, what can you expect? However, because he put these guys in square, it allows me to get a lot of kills on the Leviatherios spears. Not my favorite units to aim for, but, you know, what can you do? Gotta get rid of these arrows somehow. That was my thought. In theory, I didn't need my allies' help. All I really had to do was just kite right here. Just keep my distance between the Leviatherios spears and myself. Because all I have to do is aim like this. And you kind of want to do this often. You want to have your cavalry like this, so if they have poking shots. If they don't, then you don't want to do that. So all the time I'm trying to stay in range so I can somehow fire on them and hopefully bait out units because his slingers are over here. Now I think I was getting a bit too comfortable, so I decided to move up a bit, but his skirmisher cav almost ran into them. I was able to get a few shots into them because he ran them right through his Leviatherios spears instead of on the flank. My ally's melee cav is here. Again, I didn't need them, but it's always good to have some help.
Quickly now!
He's trying to retreat again. Gotta keep on giving him a hard time.
Ride out!
However, like I think I've been saying this quite a bit now, the way that horse archers work in Rome 2 is so tedious. Because essentially what I have to do is get a bit closer than what I like. And foot skirmishers would definitely be able to use that to their advantage because they don't have to do that. I tried to get to these skirmisher cavs, however I did have to stop in order to do it.
Prepare to attack!
No kills on my units. I was actually going to charge in,
Quickly
but
now!
how life
Await
works.
my word!
Captain Slaugo!
This game's pretty biased when it comes to infantry versus cavalry, but so is Attila when it comes to cavalry versus infantry. Anyway, Scythian hoplites on the flanks are going to be very useful against the cavalry here. My skirmisher cav is still top priority because even though they're not that great of a unit, getting rid of them means that my horse archers can, if I can tie these spear units down, they can move around a bit and even kite the citizen cav. Now I put my Scythian hoplites a bit too close, And that was my fault. I should have put them back a bit so they wouldn't get fired on until I'm ready to fight this entire side. This unit of Sumerian heavy archers is aiming at the Leviatherial spears, which is fine. I put my archers over here so that they can still aim at the Galatian swordsman. But his Galatian swordsmen do move out of range, so. Now these Leviatherial spears were actually going for these Carthaginian cav, but I couldn't tell, obviously. It looked like they were going for the Sumerian heavy archers, but he was just going for his cav. Meanwhile, these slingers over here are going for my archers. 2 slingers on one archer and then 2 on the other means that they're going to be able to beat them very effectively. However, instead of running back, I just said to myself, I might as well just start the battle now, because he made a slight mistake here by going into square again, meaning that he could be shot to pieces. I don't even think I was able to rout this unit, but I came pretty close. Unfortunately, I'm going to lose on this side. My skirmishing forces are going to lose, but I still have 2 over here. So I bring my horse archers to support. Unfortunately, with no shock cavalry, I have no real answer to counter charging units. Like, not even Galatian swordsmen in general, because they have precursors, but, you know, this Leviatherial spears was able to get close, and I didn't like that.
Understood. Forward. Charge. Understood.
So he was able to rout my archers. Because I knew he was still aiming at them, I didn't know if he had skirmish mode on. So I just had these guys here anyway. But I'm trying to stay away from these Leviatherial spears. So he charges his cavalry onto my spears, which obviously isn't going to end well for him. These Galatian swordsmen, I think, were taking a few shots. I still have to stay away from the skirmisher cav, who surprisingly weren't even getting kills themselves. The Galatian swordsmen here were getting shot in the back, and as you guys might know, they have no base armor, so archers do full damage on them. So I'm faced with a problem here. My ally is doing okay. Well, not too much on this side.
At speed! Quick march! Quick march!
He's going to... My opponent's going to go right in. My corps right here can't stand up to this many swords, but I still have a lot of options. And as you guys might know, I'm extremely good at microing in Total War games. I think I've forgotten that one fact, and I've been just relying on my tactics to get me through. But it's time that I start microing effectively again, because I've been noticing that I've been stopping. So anyway, I start to aim like these Thorax swordsmen, they're the royal ones. Obviously they'd be on his flank.
Orders understood. Engage!
Galatian swordsmen here are going to be beaten by the Sumerian noble infantry.
At speed! Form phalanx now!
Riders, advance! Quickly now!
His general
At speed!
is going to come here, but I thought he was actually going to move. When I saw him not move, I just said to myself, might as well aim at him because he's not paying attention. Over here, the Scythian Hoplites I think are going to win, but I just start to aim, and this time precision shot's going to be effective. I'm also microing over here to get behind these units so I can fire at them, and also take out these slingers. he decides to charge into the back of my Silurian nobles. It's going to be very effective because it's a rear charge.
Understood. Right up for glory.
He didn't get a lot of kills, but my Siberian noble infantry were able to do some damage, so I was happy about that. Now something weird's going to happen on this side, and you might see it. These Royal Thorax swordsmen are going to be able to pull out in a few minutes, because I remember I charged into the back of these Thorax swordsmen and they were about to rout. This is a unit of Royal Thorax swordsmen, so my Scythian Hoplites stand no chance, but I'm still firing into the back. So by this point he actually moves. Now when I saw that, I decided to charge into them. However, for some reason this unit actually didn't, and I thought they did, because I clicked twice. Once when they started to move, and again when they're here. See how they're like this? They're gonna stop like right here, and that's gonna actually end up making my Hoplites over here rout. I don't even know why that happened, but it's so annoying because that's been happening forever. I think by this point, yeah, I killed the general, so I knew that I had a distinct advantage. By this point, I'm still aiming at his units. I put skirmish mode on these guys. I think they ended up running out of ammunition by this point. My opponent's, my ally's side, he was doing pretty good, except in the center. No, this is, yeah, the center and his right flank started to lose. Meanwhile, I'm okay on my side. Most of what I'm doing is just mopping up the elite units.
Understood. Hoplites, form phalanx.
Advance! Yes, Commander. At speed.
We await your command.
Hoplites, form phalanx. As you command. At the forward.
As you say.
By your command. Advance at speed.
Yes. Understood. Rah! Riders, advance. Blood!
Double time. As you command. My forward.
And then the rest is going to be just us fighting the Romans. Nothing too interesting happened on this side. A few micro here, a few micro there. I'm going to fast forward because it's just me mopping up on my side and then having to deal with the Romans. But I might have to focus more on the nomads themselves. In fact, I do have a campaign going. So I'm doing that for the time being. But I'm also trying to be better acquainted with the nomads in general because I've been messing up with them in a few battles. What I've realized with the nomads in both Rome 2 and Attila is that their warfare is different. It focuses around not just like horse archers, but being able to defeat other cavalry at range, and being able to have the most shock value on the field. Because if those two things aren't satisfied, then they'll have a hard time. And I think that's more prevalent in Attila, because in Attila, it's very obvious that the Huns don't have the strongest cavalry. They do have the best horse archers, but that doesn't mean much.
Understood! By your command!
Advance at speed! Quickly now!
Yeah, the rest of the fight was just us going up against the Romans. Because for some reason, my ally lost. I think the amount of swords that the Romans brought contributed to it. But I still honestly think that he could have won. Still, I don't even know how many kills the noble Numidians got.
Gotcha!
Let me just check. 180. 180. Yeah, it's 180.
Understood!
Most of them are probably on skirmishers.
As you say! Quickly now!
I made a slight mistake here. Where
As you
the
command!
general,
Speed!
he was trying to pull them out, but he still got them stuck into skipping operators, who, like I said, are really good against cav.
Understood!
My Sarmerian noble infantry finally routed. Fortunately, it wasn't my general. I actually had a problem here with this Triari,
Riders! Forward!
because they almost made it into the rear of these units. All I had to do was just fight them.
Yes,
I
Commander!
think somebody said this in a Steam guide, but you just gotta remember that Triari are not operators. They are tanky because of their armor, but they don't have the same killing power. So they will suffer in that aspect.
Advance at speed! Quickly now! Let them charge! Kill, kill, kill! As you say! Forward! Riders! Forward!
At the double!
Charge! Understood!
Butako!
Let them down! Ah! Gotcha!
Fall back! At speed! Engage!
So again, like I was saying before,
All
the
right!
charge is just enough to get a couple kills here and there. But the thing is that
As you say!
by this point, these guys
Kill,
were
kill,
exhausted,
kill!
and I was using an authoritarian
All
general.
right! Gotcha! Understood!
Advance at speed! To forward!
Aye! As you say! Understood!
By your command!
That's pretty much it.
For glory!
It's just a few charges, getting rid of a few units. Nothing much besides that. So it's been a while since I've won with Cymeria anyway. But that felt nice. Anyway, if you want to take anything away from this battle, Cymeria is a half nomad and half Greek faction. Not offensive when it comes to swords, like the only melee unit they have is young axes. But their offense comes in horse archers. I didn't bring noble horse archers because I didn't need them. I did fairly well with armored horse archers. Noble horse archers are better in melee, but most of the time you're just going to be charging in and out. And with noble horse archers, you do have to be careful with the factions that have like cav. When it comes to like cataphracts, that's no problem. But when it comes to the lighter cav, like for example the Swabi, then you have to be a bit more careful. because they catch up to you and they'll win in melee. You know, sure, they won't win on the charge because of impact damage, but they will win in a prolonged fight. Anyway, guys, I think that's about it for now. I will try to get a Shogun 2 replay on this channel, but for now, I'm going to be sticking with Attila and Rome 2, probably up until next week because of exams. But other than that, I'm definitely trying to be more alive on YouTube. So obviously expect more replays to be uploaded on YouTube, and hopefully somebody will notice me. Thanks guys so much for watching, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it.